Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol SYBX. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame, and does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Overall, a rough day, but from a trading perspective, very interesting setup now going forward. And the setup revolves around the fact that, the price actually just didn't keep on bleeding. In fact, it showed some signs of strength when you factor in that the price at one point was down there, and then all of a sudden it worked its way all the way back up to that area. Now, don't get me wrong, and I wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because the price gapped down and then showed some signs of strength does not mean that this thing is for sure the bottom and for sure going to bounce. But it at least makes sense, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have traded for a while. But if you have, I'm sure you've seen stocks that gap down, and then after they gap down, they do one of these things, where just pretty much the entire day long, they just bleed and bleed and bleed the remainder of the day. But again, that was not the case here. Not only did the price, simply, absorb all that and went sideways, it then started to work its way upwards. Again, does all that mean that this is for sure the bottom? No, no such thing as a guarantee. Does that mean that it's at least a rational thought to have and a logical thought to have that this could potentially be a bottom? Yeah, absolutely. So with that said, a very important level of support, at least in my mind going forward, is right here, right around $3.30, as that is essentially kind of the bottoming formation of the price. Now, granted, yes, I get it. The first 30 minutes, the price did drop down below that area. But after the price snapped back up, you can see it did a good job of just maintaining right above there. So 330 going to be a very important level of support for no other reason other than if the price goes down there and blasts down through it. Well, at that point, that's essentially saying, well, there's no bottoming here because now the price is all of a sudden going to new lows. So pretty self-explanatory from that point of view. But what about areas of resistance? If this is some sort of bottom that's going to start to work its way upwards, where's some of these battleground points at? Initial level going to be right up here at $3.60, and nothing fancy behind that other than that's just kind of where the party stopped today. But if the price can get through 360, that's what makes this interesting. Now, I'm not saying the price is shooting straight up here to 450 or anything like that, but technically speaking, because of that gap down, it just does create a pretty big space up here, from a technical perspective, where there just aren't any of the areas of resistance. So there's definitely some room to run, especially if it can be a high volume break of that 360 area. So keep an eye on that. Also keep an eye on the purple line there, the 50-period moving average. That'll move itself further and further downwards and get more relevant. But overall, an interesting setup going forward. So we'll see if this is some sort of bottoming formation or not. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.